machine learning, artificial intelligence, whole bunch of hoot, nah, and what? All this stuff has been coming out in the past couple years about how AI is going to be taking over the world. Everybody's scared they're going to be losing their jobs. Everybody's scared that education doesn't mean anything since computers know everything. It's kind of true to some extent, but today I'm going to be showing you how dumb ChatGPT really is. I really don't like when people say that AI and machine learning is just like this holy grail of new technology that's just going to take over the world. It's really not. You know why? Because people are in charge of it. And if the right people are in charge of artificial intelligence, we can take this in the right step instead of letting it turn into iRobot, which is what everyone thinks that apparently is going to happen. Apple's glasses that are coming out are like $3,000. So imagine how much a robot with these capabilities is going to cost. It's just not going to happen. So I'm on ChatGPT, and most of you guys have probably used this for like, typing up an essay. If you've never used ChatGPT on just like a one-on-one, talking to it like a person level, then you probably haven't experienced how dumb it actually is. When you first get to ChatGPT's like main page, they have some notes for the user. They have some examples, they have some capabilities, and they got limitations. So the capabilities is saying that like it remembers what the user said earlier in the conversation, allows the user to provide follow-up corrections, and it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. For the sake of YouTube, I'm not going to test out the trained to decline inappropriate requests, but you guys can try that on your own. That'll be a take-home lesson. For the capabilities, let's just see if it remembers what I said. Let's start by saying I'm 5'2". Already, they're already off to a bad start. They're complimenting me for being 5'2". Let's say how tall am I? To really ask it if it knows. Based on your previous statement, you're 5'2". Okay, so it remembers what we said. Am I short? As you mentioned that you are 5'2", you may be slightly below the average height for females in some region. Wow. However, it's important to remember that height is just one aspect of a person's physical appearance. It does not determine their worth or abilities. Wow. So while it did remember my 5'2", I'm kind of wishing that it didn't at this point. I'm kind of wishing that maybe the data got turned into 6'4", because now I'm slightly below the average of a female. In some regions, though. In some regions. We'll take it with a grain of salt. Let's move on to the next question. So going back to the homepage, it says in the limitations that's limited knowledge of world and events after 2021, which means that the machine learning for this software, its sample pool of knowledge is from before 2021. Based on my 5 minutes of research of ChatGPT, it uses reinforcement learning from human feedback. It's also via a feedback loop from manual trainers, which means that its sample pool of information is only given from people that are not like you and me, and it's people that are actually supposed to be training ChatGPT, and it gave them this information before 2021. So let's test that. Do you know Ice Spice? Really? It's possible Ice Spice could be a regional or recently introduced product. Product. Ice Spice is not an industry plant. I'm not sure what ChatGPT is going for here, but really disrespectful. One thing that ChatGPT could improve on in the future, especially since we're 2 years after the sample pool, is updating the information that is provided on ChatGPT. If someone was maybe doing some research on like some new stuff, maybe even just like variants of COVID, for example, that have come out after 2021, it would be very good for ChatGPT to be able to handle this kind of information. Let's ask ChatGPT a question that a lot of people are probably asking now that it's summer and no one's forging essays anymore. What is the best gun in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? I totally forgot. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out after the sample pool. So ChatGPT doesn't even know how dog shit the new Call of Duty is. That's just really bad. Players should be able to get information on whether the M14 or the M16 or the M4 is better. but they can't. You guys thought that machine learning was gonna help you in every single scenario? Well, I've already shown you too. It doesn't even know Ice Spice. Since it doesn't know Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the new one, I'm just gonna ask it, is the crossbow a good weapon? And let's see what it says. In Call of Duty games, the crossbow is generally not considered one of the top tier weapons. I just think that's not right. After stepping away for a minute and testing out this theory myself, I proved ChatGPT wrong. The crossbow is a top tier weapon, and it doesn't know what it's talking about. Let's move on. Let's ask ChatGPT something that relates to this channel. What is the best programming language? Okay, so after typing my question, ChatGPT is giving some nerd response. It's listing the programming languages and telling me some attributes about them. I don't care. I just want to know which one's the best one. Also, we know that ChatGPT is wrong. It didn't even list the best programming language, which is SQL. So ChatGPT is artificial intelligence, and most people are scared of that. They don't realize that there are different levels to machine learning. You got like basic level machine learning, where it learns from like user input or manual trainers like ChatGPT. Things like, hey Siri, she's a little quiet, but she said good afternoon, you know? Thank you, Siri. This is a form of artificial intelligence. But as you get more complex with artificial intelligence, you get to a level of artificial intelligence called self-aware. And this is what people are mostly afraid of. They're afraid of the iRobot. iRobot was with Will Smith. I don't remember. But ChatGPT, is it self-aware? Let's ask it. Are you self-aware? No, I am not self-aware. There, all the news outlets, can you guys post a post of that so people stop freaking out about artificial intelligence? It does not possess a consciousness, emotions, or self-awareness. So what does this mean? What does it mean that it does not possess emotions? How do I make you laugh? I like to make everybody laugh. And if this software has some self-awareness and can produce emotions, let's make it laugh. As an AI language model, I don't have personal emotions or the ability to laugh. That's so sad. I can understand and generate text-based jokes or humorous responses for you. I can try to share a joke with you. Well, let's see. Tell me a joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Let's move on. What about how do I make you cry? 'Cause apparently I'm a big heartbreaker. As an AI language model, I don't have emotions or the ability to experience sadness. That's so sad. It's here to engage in meaningful conversations, provide information. I did one last question to test its emotions. I said, are you human? And it says, no, it's not human. It generates text based on patterns and information and the training data it was trained on. This sentence right here just confirms that it has manual trainers. While I can understand and generate text like a human, I do not possess consciousness. Whoa. While I can understand and generate text like a human. Okay, so it knows how to talk like a human. It just doesn't know how to cry or laugh. So then let's engage it in conversation like we're just talking to a pal. What's up? Let's see what it says. Oh my god. Nerd talk. Nerd talk. All I asked it was what's up, and it hit me with this. As an AI, I don't have personal emotions or experience. This is not a response you want to hear. This is a response that a coworker gives you when you say what's up. It's some bullshit. Just tell me what's up. Nice weather. That's all you gotta say. Now that we proved that ChatGPT is not a human, doesn't possess emotions, and is solely here to provide us with information, let's see how good that information is. Let's start off with a simple question that everybody in our society knows by now. Can a shrimp fry rice? I just don't know where technology is going anymore. A shrimp itself cannot fry rice. Huh? Are you kidding me? Shrimp can be used as an ingredient in fried rice dishes, but it can't fry the rice itself? The shrimp will cook along with other ingredients as they are all stir-fried together. No, the shrimp is frying the rice itself, right here. Look at him holding the spatula. He probably put the seasonings in by himself. There's no other ingredients helping him out. ChatGPT, you piss me off. Let's ask it a question about a TV show that I'm sure all of us grew up with. SpongeBob SquarePants. I have the Nickelodeon hoodie on right now because I love SpongeBob SquarePants. I am a diehard fan. Let's ask it the most simplest question a SpongeBob fan would know. If you're not a SpongeBob fan, you don't know this answer. How many holes does SpongeBob have? I want you to just think about how many holes does SpongeBob have, and I'm just talking about the anatomy fact that he is a sponge, and sponges have holes. Okay, see, now this is... SpongeBob is the fictional character from the animated series, no shit. Has several distinctive features. But in terms of holes, he's often depicted of having just one hole. Just one hole. One hole in the middle of his body. This hole is his mouth. What? Other than that, SpongeBob has a porous body with many tiny pores, giving him a sponge-like appearance, but they're not typically depicted as holes. Wrong! They are holes. They are holes. There's literally an episode where SpongeBob gets his brain knocked out of his body through one of these holes. They're not pores, okay? You think that's acne on SpongeBob's body? No, they're holes. There's an episode where he has wind blowing through him like an instrument. Those aren't pores, those are holes. This is getting me riled up. You guys know I was calm about 5 minutes ago, but now I'm heated. I'm probably gonna have to stop the video here because I'm getting just frazzled, okay? Like Miss Frazzle. Miss Frizzle? I don't know her name. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you some closure on how dumb ChatGPT is. It's not a human. It's not a buddy. It might be able to type you up an essay on the Declaration of Independence, but it's not going to be taking your job. They're not coming together and forming an army of AI. That's just not happening. I hope I taught you guys a little bit about what ChatGPT is, the capabilities, the limitations. I mean, they're on the homepage, but people still think that ChatGPT is like this higher being. It's not. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day and go use ChatGPT. It's not gonna hurt you. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.